Hi, it's Julie, and I'm here ready to start a cooking revolution. And my friend Linda just went out to her garden to grab some fresh herbs. And what did you get?
I have some thyme and some oregano. And in Minnesota, it's just starting to snow a little bit. So
Oh
I'm
my
kind of
gosh.
gonna
Let me
chop it
tell
up.
you, let me tell you what our weather is. It's 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees in San Diego. So I'm a little bit, we're going to make an oven meal. So I'm a little bit like, I don't know, but I'm going to do it. Wants a little more heat, I'm already sweating. So anyway, all right. Well, those are beautiful. I'm excited that you still have herbs growing and it's like snowing weather. How much
It
longer,
was,
how much
it
longer
was
for
just,
the herbs?
yeah, I think they'll be okay for, another week or so. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But the snow is just threatening. I mean, it's unusual to get snow. It's just sort of like, here comes some of this. I don't know.
You never know. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
certainly ready for the 90-degree days to end here.
Not snow.
Anyway, so we are going to make, well, first of all, Linda got her CSA box yesterday, and she told me some of the things she has. And she has this beautiful Romanesco cauliflower. I think that's one of the most beautiful vegetables ever. And the leaves, it has leaves on it, and we're gonna use the leaves in what we're making.
I'm thrilled because I thought I had to throw them out. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't have to. Okay.
No, when you get them from the farmer's market or from a farmer, the leaves that are on, see, like I have broccoli, the leaves
Yeah.
that are still attached to it are usually still really, really fresh and really flavorful. If you get it at the grocery store, those leaves are not that great. They're usually hard
Okay.
and not much flavor. So yeah, yeah, that's another reason why I love getting farm fresh vegetables because you get so much more out of it than
Yeah.
than what you would get at the grocery store. So
Yes.
you know,
Yes. Yes.
anyway, plus at the grocery store they've usually cut those leaves off before they were shipped. So
Yeah.
anyway, so we're going to use the Romanesco cauliflower. You can also call it Romanesco broccoli because it's kind of in between. That stem you're not going to use because it's usually too hard,
Okay.
but you should be able to use most of the inner part of it. You can poke
Yep.
a knife in it and see how hard it is.
Okay.
If it's hard, then you'll have to cut that core out.
Yeah.
If it's pretty soft,
Yeah.
you can chop it up and put it in with the vegetables.
And I'll save the core for some stock.
Yeah, you can do that. So we're going to use that. Then she also has some regular white cauliflower, which she's going to use a little bit of that. And she's got beets. And we're going to make what I call the basic sheet pan meal. So you just put everything on your sheet pans, throw them in the oven, and it all cooks together. We'll talk a little bit more about what else is going to go in it, but I just want to tell you that I don't have any of the vegetables that you have.
I love that.
So I have well, they're not green beans. I have wax beans and I have dragon tongue beans. Have you ever seen dragon tongue beans, Linda?
I have. Aren't they gorgeous? I've never
So
really cooked with them
purple,
though.
yellow. So
Yeah.
I've already cut some of them. They're going to go in my sheet pan meal.
Nice.
So, and then I've got a little bit of broccoli, and I've got, look at this gorgeous zucchini, Linda.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a mix between a green and a gold bar. I don't know if it's a different variety or if they just kind of cross-pollinated. I don't know how it worked. But
It has its own personality.
yeah, but it's really pretty. And then I've got eggplant. So those are my vegetables.
Fun.
Eggplant. So
Those are long gone here. That was months
yeah,
ago.
no, we still have them. And the farmer told me that probably until November we'll still be getting them. So
fun.
I mean, it's 90 degrees here, so
Yeah.
we We still
For
have
sure.
tomatoes too.
No tomatoes here anymore either. Peppers
Yeah.
are on the edge. That's the end of it. Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh well.
we're just gonna be cutting up the vegetables, and
Yes.
you're gonna want to cut. Let's show you. You already cut off the base of your.
Right. So I got that much left.
Okay. So you'll want to cut like the center portion. You're gonna want to cut into like cubes,
Okay.
and then the floret part, they don't have to be beautiful florets unless you want them to be, but you just cut them into like bite-sized pieces.
Like this.
Yeah, or even the one in your, whatever, your left hand
Okay.
was better, but I like about this size. Let me see if I can get one.
Okay. You're doing Romanesco too?
No, I'm doing broccoli.
Okay.
I like them to be about this size.
Oh, okay. I'm
Because
doing big.
they cook well. If you have them big, then it's going to take them, they'll still be kind of firm.
I like them that way.
Okay, then leave them big if you want them that way.
I do. I like them al
And then
dente.
the center part, if it's soft enough,
Yeah.
you want that cut into like cubes. Sort
Okay,
of like
it's really not. I'm going to use it for soup. I'm going to put it in soup stock.
Okay, so if you don't want that in your vegetables, and we're going to be putting it all into a bowl so
Okay.
that you can season. We'll put oil on it and put the seasonings. And so I'm just going to be chopping away at mine. And
I can't wait to see what we're doing, Julie.
I know, this is really exciting.
You haven't told me where we're going, so I'm like, all right, a sheet pan meal. All right, let's go.
Everything's going to be on the sheet pan. We're also going to be putting onion and garlic, and we both are using black beans also. We'll be
Wow, this is going to be a lot. Wow. Exciting.
So, you don't have to use the whole can of black beans if you don't want. So that would be okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all. I don't have a lot of black beans, but I don't know if I'm going to use all of them. I'm just cutting my beans into little bite-sized pieces. Usually when I roast beans, I leave them whole, but I want everything to be already cut and, ready to go. And this can be used, you can use it like for salad, you could use it serving it on rice, or just as it is, or even mixed in with pasta. You could do that too. I'm going to have to get a paper towel to wipe the sweat dripping down my face.
Oh, geez, Julie. We should have cooked first thing this morning for you, huh?
It wouldn't have mattered. It was 80 degrees by 10 o'clock. So, but fortunately, it's cool at night. It's in the 60s at night, so it's comfortable.
All right. So here's how much of this I've got.
Okay, that looks good. So you can put a little bit more.
That's all the Romanesco. Well, I've got a second Romanesco, or I can use the cauliflower now, right?
How about use a little of the cauliflower? Oh, the
Okay.
inside of this is kind of cool. The inside of this is green and white, but this end is yellow.
I love it.
That's interesting.
So interesting.
I had one that I used earlier in the week, and it had stripes on it. It had like this big green stripe across it. So, oh, cool. It looks like it was dyed. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, yeah.
Like the green.
Oh, beautiful.
That is really pretty.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to show you what I got here now.
okay.
And they're kind of big, so you're going to be like, you should cut those smaller, but I'm going to be like,
If you like it like that, then that's
I should learn because you usually know, but I'm like, I want it this way. Here's my stuff.
okay. That looks good. I think we're gonna. I think for you, we're gonna season that before you do the beets, because once
Okay.
you do the beets, it's gonna start, it'll get a little bit red.
What do you want me to put in there, darling?
So you're gonna drizzle it with, you could go ahead and put your onion in there, and I'm gonna wedge my onion.
Yeah, wedging sounds good.
You want your, yeah, if you want yours like cubed, you could do that, or slices.
Okay.
But I really like roasting. I really like them to be wedged.
Okay, let's wedge it then.
And I'm using a red onion just because. And I'm probably gonna just use half of this onion. So
I bet you're going for color a little bit here, aren't you?
yes, I do like color. But the beets are gonna add some really nice color to yours.
For sure.
And I've just got all different colors. I mean, right now I've got green and yellow, and then the purplish of the beans. And so I'm just gonna, and I don't even do actual real wedges. I just lay it flat and cut it into slices like this.
Oh.
Slices like that.
Okay.
So those are kind of wedges, and wow, this is a strong onion. Whoa. Okay. There, and I'm not going to use that part. So move that out of the way. Okay, that's going to go in.
Is this a wedge?
Yeah, can you turn it that looks good. Yeah. Yeah.
And break them apart, right?
They'll fall apart when they're cooking. So
Okay. All right, so it's in here. Now you want me to season it with something?
now you're going to drizzle olive oil.
Okay.
So, not too much, just enough so that it's coated.
Okay.
And I guess I need a spoon to stir this.
Okay.
Can't see. My eyes are so from the onion. Sometimes these onions are surprising,
Yeah, you just never know.
You cut one open and wow. All right. So I think mine have enough oil on it, and I'm going to just shake some salt. If you want to measure the salt, I would do maybe 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon. But
Okay.
I just sprinkled some on there. I'm going to do the same thing with some black pepper.
Okay.
Probably want about 1/4 teaspoon or so of that.
Okay. I'm eyeballing it.
You can put your herbs. Do you want your herbs on it now? Yeah, you can go ahead and chop out some of those herbs.
Okay.
However much you feel like will be right.
I also have sage, but we think the oregano and the thyme are what we want, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right, I'm tossing some more.
Okay.
So I have onions, Romanesco, and cauliflower in here.
Right.
And now I also want my herbs. What do you think, Julie? I ripped off this much of the oregano.
Okay, I can't see. That might be too much. Why don't you divide it? Put some of it in this bowl, and then you'll put some with the beets too, and your beans.
Okay, and you also want me to chop it, right?
Yeah, I think chopped will do better. Just a rough chop. It doesn't need to be, finely chopped.
Okay, it's probably a tablespoon of chopped oregano.
Yeah, I think so.
And half in here, half in the other mixture.
Yeah, I think
Okay. All right, here we go.
And I'm gonna have curry. So I'm gonna put 1/2 teaspoon of curry powder in here.
How fun is that? I'm not doing that, am I?
No, you're not doing that. But I don't
Because
have
I
any
got
herbs.
this.
So I decided that I was going to make everything curry. So I'm not putting a whole lot. This curry is a little bit on the spicy side.
Okay.
So I don't want it to be overwhelmingly spicy.
Now, Julie, my thyme, should I put approximately the same amount of thyme in as I did oregano?
I would put a little more of
As I
thyme.
thought you would. You love it.
I love
You love
thyme. So I think you can't put too much. Some people, I don't know why they would think that, but think that thyme is strong, but I like that flavor.
Okay, well, I'm going for strong like you like it then, because I
Okay.
trust you. I've learned when I don't really listen to you and I have my own ideas, it kind of can go 50-50. It's like, might have not wanted to do it that way. I think Julie knew better in this case, but oh well, I found out.
But that's how you learn. You know,
That's
you
right.
won't know unless you try it. And I mean, I've tried things that I thought would work, and it didn't really turn out like I expected. But it's never been so bad that I couldn't eat it. So it just wasn't what I expected it to be. All right. So once you get that in, so you're putting like double the amount of thyme than what you did the oregano. Is that right?
Yeah, now I'm adding more because I think you're right about this. So I'm adding the thyme right now.
Okay.
Ripping off the stalk. It might even be more than double. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, that'd
I'm
be
just
fine.
eyeballing it.
I think
Just eyeballing it.
yeah, that'd be okay. And then you're going to want to put what's in your bowl on one of the sheet pans.
Okay. Do you want to see it?
Sure. Ooh, nice. That looks good. Here's mine. All the yellow and green with the yellow and yellowish orange of the curry.
This is fun, Julie. I missed you last week.
Yeah, I did. I missed cooking with you too. I started
Not the same when I don't cook with you.
but I don't think I did cook after. I don't remember. So this is just about right for my baking sheet. So you want it spread out pretty. Oh, nice. Yeah, you want it spread out pretty well. I guess I'm going to turn on my oven. I put it off.
All right. Did I want my beets on here too? So there's lots of.
You're going to go on another.
Oh.
You're going to have your beets and your beans on another sheet.
Okay.
So the beets, though, it's going to take them. If you leave them big, it's going to take them longer to cook.
Okay.
So we're probably going to want them, small cubes.
Small cubes. Half an inch?
Like about this size. Can you see that?
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm going to just do my eggplant here. And then the garlic, we're going to leave it whole.
Yay.
And with the skins on it.
Yay.
And then we'll take that out and kind of squeeze it at the end.
Uh-oh, I didn't peel my beet. Is that a problem?
No, you don't have to.
Good, I'm not going to.
Yeah, you said one of them was a little bit soft though. If that one looks like it needs some of it peeled, you could do that.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm just going to try it.
Then don't do that.
I don't wanna.
I had the bowl somewhere and now I don't know where. It's like, where did it go?
I'm speaking Julie language. I don't wanna.
I don't want to do that.
I don't wanna.
Yep.
Probably your viewers don't know that you have this bent where it's like, don't tell me what to do. I want to do it my way.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's been my mantra, I guess, since I was a child.
I love it.
So I don't want to do it that way. That's and how I want to do it. So, and usually it all turned out okay. And I was usually able to do things how I wanted. Sometimes I did have to do things how somebody else wanted, but not usually.
Okay.
It didn't last long. So, all right. So I'm just keeping my eggplant. Go. I'm thinking I might use the rest of this onion because I'm going to have a lot of space on this other sheet pan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I used my onion.
So, here, that's what I'm going to put there.
Julie,
Yes.
where do I want my garlic to go and how much garlic?
I'm using 4 cloves, so you might want 8. I don't know.
You know me so well.
You usually want about double what I have. But once it's roasted, it's a milder, it's much milder. You've roasted garlic before, haven't you?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so when you smash it out, it is a lot milder, but it has a really lovely flavor.
I love it. I'm actually mashing mine a little bit to cut the ends off because I just feel like I want to mash them a little.
Yeah, you can do that.
I
can't.
See, guys, this is how you do it. You do it your way.
Yep.
Yep,
That's how you cook. So
I was just gonna say, Julie, how about that as a mantra? Cooking my way.
cooking my way. Ooh, yeah.
My
Yeah,
way.
like who? Is it Frank Sinatra? That kind of, I mean,
Yep.
Frank Sinatra was before my time, really.
Did it my way.
He do it his way. So
Yes, I did it my way. Famous song.
that's kind of it. Yes, my teachers when I was in high school told me, "Oh, you need to go to school, go to college, and get a degree in English and be an English teacher." And I said, "No, thank you. I don't want to."
I don't want to. Oh, geez. How'd your parents like that? I don't want to.
I didn't say it like that to them.
Okay.
I think
So do I want
kind of the same. They kind of have the same mantra. So,
So Julie, do I want to throw these in with the beets?
yes, you can do, or just put them on the sheet. You don't have to toss them in. They don't have to. They can just go as is. I poured my beans. You have canned beans. You're going to want to drain them and rinse them. And you can pour that in with your beets. So I'm adding more olive oil and salt and pepper to my second bowl.
Wait for me.
Ugh.
Wait for me. All right.
Pepper is
So
finding really large. So there.
What is?
I didn't have the top on tight enough. And a little bit of curry in it. And you're going to do the same thing with your herbs.
Now, Julie.
Yes.
Am I adding greens to this batch?
The greens will get tossed in later.
Okay.
If we put them in now, they would basically burn. They would just be charred green.
That makes sense. I don't know where we're going, so I'm asking these questions.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And actually, I can show you a. I'm gonna screen share. So let's see how this looks to screen share. Because I pulled up my basic recipe.
Yep.
And there it is. This one, share. So can you see that? Yeah, there it is. So this is the basic. I have several like basic meals. We did a basic skillet meal one time, didn't we?
No.
Maybe that's when I cooked by myself and you.
I think so.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Supposed
there.
to cook, but you had something come up, and anyway.
Oh, bummer.
So this is one of my basic meals, and actually I'm thinking to kind of compile. I think I have 7 of them. Compile it and have a little ebook or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we've got the onion and the garlic, and then I divided up just firm vegetables and soft vegetables. But you know, we don't really. You have the beets. That's your firm vegetable. I don't really have any firm vegetables, but that's okay. A lot of times I put potatoes in this.
Oh, that sounds good.
Then cooked beans, and then the softer, the green vegetables. So that's like zucchini, broccoli florets. I don't even have cauliflower on here, but that would also be included. So I've got green beans, I've got eggplant, which I don't have on. Then you've got the thyme or other herbs or spices, olive oil, salt, pepper. Then you've got greens, and then you can have, if you want, you don't have to put any other. I'm going to probably add cilantro to mine.
I have cilantro.
And if you want to toss in like black olives or lemon slices, if you have any like grape tomatoes, you could do that. But you don't have to do any of that. Those are just optional.
Julie, do I want to add olive oil to my beets now?
Yes. Yes.
Just enough to toss lightly through.
Yeah, and the salt and your herbs. So you'll want to do that.
Okay, my herbs are in.
So that's basically it. We're going to put these in the oven. I never did turn my oven on.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. It doesn't take long to heat up.
Okay. Do I have to put this in a separate sheet, or can I put it on the other sheet? Because here's the reason. There's not that many vegetables here. Like this is all the beet I got.
Okay. If you want to put more beets in there, you could. Well, you're putting beans. Did you put your beans in there?
Oh, no, I didn't. Thank you.
So the sheet pans, what?
Do I want to rinse and drain?
Yes. Drain and rinse, yes.
I'm having weird deja vu suddenly. Don't know why. Doing it right.
Oh, no, we don't have to do it right.
I know.
We just need to do it in a way that it'll work.
Yeah, love it.
So, so yeah, we're gonna bake these or roast these for about 20 minutes, and then we'll take the garlic out, and that's when you toss in the greens and anything else you want, and let it cook for about 5 or 10 more minutes.
Yummy.
So, so that's it.
Ah, dirty's my pan anyway. All right, guess we're gonna use the second pan because I got it dirty.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing, and there we go. All right.
Okay, here's my beans. Gonna toss them with
the beets.
beets.
And then that'll fill your baking sheet.
Yeah, this will fill my baking sheet.
Okay, so I've got all mine ready. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the second baking sheet. This bowl is heavy to hold with one hand. There we go.
Spread them out, right?
Get that onion out of there.
Hey.
All right. So here you can see the contrast. I've got the darks over here, the beans and the eggplant, and then the bright colors over here.
Oh, beautiful.
So there. All right, we're finished with that bowl. I'm gonna move it over here. Get another drink of water. Oh, don't forget to put the garlic on.
Garlic's on.
Okay, I almost forgot mine.
I put mine on the Romanesco sheet.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one you put it on. So we are going to, whenever your oven is ready to put it in, I'm going to just clean up my little trash pile here and put it in the trash can.
Is 350 the right temperature?
Oh, I didn't tell you that. 400.
400.
I like 400 because I like 400.
Okay.
Because
Good enough for me.
it cooks a little faster, which is good. And I don't like to roast for so long.
Okay.
You know, you might see some recipes that say roast at 200 degrees for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'll do 400 degrees for 20 minutes.
I love it.
So, you know, I don't want it to take so much time. So.
Got it. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. If it needs to cook a little bit longer, then you can. And also, when you cook it at a little higher temperature, the outside of your vegetables brown. I like them to be browned a little bit. They brown better at 400.
A lot of people like that. I haven't really embraced that, but now's my chance.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to leave them in there to get them browned.
Yeah, but I haven't done it that way, so why not?
If you like them not browned, that works too. I just like them browned. So anyway, I think I'm done with the salt and the olive oil. And then we can get the greens ready. You're going to want to chop those. And I don't know if we're going to want to just hang out for 20 minutes or if you want to do something else.
Ooh.
I don't know.
What would that be? So what I had, which I don't know if you saw, but remember my favorite cookbook? Do you want me to share it?
Yeah, you could do that. Oh, we didn't even use any of the fennel. You had brought up some fennel.
I did. Should we use that?
Sure.
It's kind of on the edge and it needs to be used.
Yeah, just chop that up and toss it with some oil and your seasonings and put it on the pan that has the least on it.
Okay. Excellent.
I think that would be good.
Save that for some soup. Like some of it's like, it doesn't look the greatest, so I'm going to save it for soup.
Yeah. So,
I'm excited to use this.
And you use a lot of your vegetable scraps for making stock, right?
I do.
See, I don't do that. I should do that. You would think that I would do that, but I don't. So
so easy, Julie.
Yeah, I'm not in that habit. So that's a habit that I can learn.
So here's what I did. When I cut my onion, I put the skin inside this freezer bag.
Yeah.
And there's some like leek chops in here that I knew I wasn't going to use, and now I've got like these fennel tops that were sort of like marginal. Those are going to go in here.
Yeah.
And then when I have enough, or I feel like I want to make it, then I just cover it with water and I cook it for as long as I want. Like carrot shavings, if I ever do that, most of the time I don't peel those, but onion skins, you know, like these broccoli, the Romanesco stems.
Yeah.
Like parsley stems.
Yeah.
Like even our thyme and oregano stems could go in there. I guess I haven't done that, but like I just make plain vegetable stock.
I would think the thyme stems would be great in there. The oregano stems, that might make a little bit strong flavor, but I don't know. Well, I'll tell you the reason why I don't do it that way, but it doesn't really make any sense about now, but before. The reason I didn't do it that way is when we had our soup business and I made vegetable stock, I wanted to have consistent stock flavor. So I didn't want to have just whatever tossed in.
That's right.
You know, I wanted to I don't know, I wanted it to be like top-notch stock.
That makes
So
sense. Julie.
I didn't want it to be made out of vegetable scraps. And
Got
so we haven't had our business for what, about 4 years now? Is that right? And I'm still doing it the same way that I did it before. So yeah, maybe I'll try that.
Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I pulled it out to put the fennel on, and oh my goodness, yum,
Yeah.
yum. Smells delightful.
Yeah, the nice thing about the sheet pan meal is that it's all cooking together, and you really don't have to do, once you've chopped the vegetables, put it on the sheet pan, you really don't have to do anything else except pay attention to, you know, moving it around halfway through. So you need to set your timer for 10 minutes. I don't have mine in yet because my oven's not quite ready. So you were going to show me the cookbook.
Oh, right. Okay, so this is a fun story. In 2007, I walked into a bookstore looking for something delightful, and I found this book.
Farmer John's Cookbook, the real dirt on vegetables. I love that.
And it's by John Peterson, Farmer John Peterson and Angelic Organics. And as I understand it, well, he runs one of the largest community-supported agriculture farms. He has a documentary, The Real Dirt on Vegetables.
Where is his farm located?
It's in Caledonia, Illinois, so it's right over over the border of Wisconsin, kind of straight down the state. But this book was published in 2006, and I think he may have been one of the original CSA farmers. I'm not sure, but what I love so much about this book is, you know, like, here's the table of contents. That might be easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
so he has it divided up into vegetables. Is that what?
Yes. So we've got early season vegetables. We've got mid-season, late season, and extended season, and winter. And then appendices around storage guide, you know, complementary herbs and spices and things like that. So when I opened this book, what really was fabulous was here's a little pull quote in it, you know, and it says, CSA is a new socioeconomic form in which the farmer and consumer enter into sort of partnership, an alliance to take care of each other's needs. And, you know, thumbing through, you know, if you don't know what your vegetable is, the quickest and easiest solution is to turn to the Illustrated Vegetable Identification Guide on page 336. Oh, that sheet pan sort of popped a little bit. That's interesting.
Yeah, sometimes they do that. They buckle. And it's alarming at times when that happens.
You know, mission.
Oh yeah, their mission and their guiding principles. Yeah.
So here's something about biodynamics. And then, you know, like here they show the process. And over on the sidebar, overheard.
Yeah.
In this row. And this is what captivated me, hearing these stories. You know?
Oh, yeah. So I love springtime in the Midwest. Yeah. I have to put my glasses on to read. I can't. I can't read all of it. I need to put this in the oven though. Let me get my glasses so I can read those things. Oh, you're frozen, Linda.
Culinary uses, veg partners, and then, you know, a bunch of recipes. You know, harvest news.
And I've heard you talk about this so much that I'm planning to see if I can order it.
I adore it. Let me try to find one of these. Here's overheard in the field. The intern said that seeing eggplants grow on a plant satisfied him more than anything else in the world. Like most of the students he's working with in the garden, he'd never seen these glossy purple fruits attached to their greenery.
It's sort of like, I don't know if I'm maybe up in Minnesota, but down here around Thanksgiving time, they sell broccoli, not broccoli, Brussels sprouts on the stalk.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw that, I was like, what?
Here's
I didn't know
another
that's
one.
how it grew.
Check this out.
I hate when people reduce spinach to a bunch of, I can't read,
Vitamins and minerals. Spinach has a life. Spinach has a personality. Doesn't that matter?
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's so captivating. I just adore this book. It's my go-to for any season. Okay, I've got these beets. What to do with it? There was a beet, chocolate cake, a sweet zucchini crumble.
yeah.
It's like, oh, I adore the book. And then, learning a lot about farming.
Well, I'll have to show you the book that started me. I mean, I had already started my quest for learning about vegetables, but hang on, I'm going to show you the one that.
Please do. And I have to tell you that this was the thing that got me involved in farming. And I looked at the book and I was like, oh my God, I sure wish there was something like that here. Oh, well, and I let it go. And the next weekend I walked into a bakery. I looked to my right and there was a little trifold brochure for a CSA farm. I didn't even know they existed here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And the woman behind the counter is like, oh yeah, they're here. I know the farmer. I'm like, and there's a work share. I can go work there. She's like, yeah, you should call the farmer. And then like a few weeks later, I was stepping onto the field on the farm. And it was like, I remember it so perfectly. Like there was still some snow on the ground. The earth had that smell of like coming alive and it was quiet. And I was like, this is the happiest day of my life. And I worked on the field for 4 years, planting seeds in the greenhouse, transplanting, weeding, harvesting, packing boxes, distributing it, and being on the board of directors for that organization for 4 years. It was like my happiest moment.
You're frozen. Your happiest moment. Let's unstick you, Linda. Well, while we're waiting for Linda to unfreeze, this is what started me, Serving Up the Harvest. So,
oh yeah, I looked at that book so many times and wanted it.
And I can't remember if I got this after I joined the CSA or if I got this before I joined the CSA. I have a feeling I got it after I joined the CSA because I didn't really know, a lot of the, they had recipes online, but this wasn't, back in we joined in 2009.
Yeah.
It wasn't as easy to get the recipes. It was like a big ordeal to get to the website and then find the recipes. So, and this has just been amazing. And it's divided up in seasons, and she tells stories about the recipes and when they cook them and if her kids like them or if it's a favorite. But yeah, it's divided up into seasons, and so of course the seasons for me are different because I have a lot of things. Oh, you're gone, Linda. Did you have to jump up?
I was just trying to see if I could get you to come back in. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Because you disappeared.
No, we didn't have recipe. There wasn't online recipe databases, and I was like, I wish I could create a database where what I have could be what I, got served up. Here's what to do. But we had to pour through all these books. Yeah. And that's why it was, like we got really intimately familiar with all the possibilities. Julie, that's what you did.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but when I would cook a recipe, I always like put a check. I'm surprised there's a lot of recipes in here that I haven't done. But maybe because, I don't know, maybe I did something like it. But like here, for borscht, if you've ever made borscht before, I put very, very good, great flavor. And here, sauteed grated beets.
Yes.
Very, very good and easy.
I want that.
So, yeah, you could do that with some of your beets that you still have. You've got, how many of those? 3 or 4?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of beets still downstairs. I probably
Yeah.
have 12 beets, you know.
Borscht is actually a really nice, I mean, it doesn't sound like anything that you would want. It was really, it has such nice flavor. And
Uh-huh.
there's another one here, roasted orange butter beets. Where
Mmm.
you mix it with orange juice, and it uses butter. I don't use butter. I just use olive oil. And it says tops. Let's see. Trying to see if it uses the beet greens too. No. Anyway, I was just telling you to cut the tops off. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this has been. I don't use this a whole lot anymore because I just, you know, I don't know. Maybe I should go back through it and see what's in here that might spark my interest. So, but I tend to look on the internet, and there's Epicurious. Have you heard of that website before? They send out emails all the time with a bunch of recipes, and most of them I don't really care anything about, but one will just strike me, and I'll save that recipe. You know, I'll have a file on my computer that I save it to, or I put it in Evernote, or because Evernote I can look at it on my phone. So.
Now, Julie, my alarm went off. Should I be doing
Yeah,
something?
you want to toss them on the pan, and then
Watch out for the facial.
oh yeah, definitely. And then you're gonna switch them from one to the the one that was on the top you're gonna put on the bottom.
Okay.
And turn your pan around too.
Okay.
Because I mean, you wouldn't think that your oven would have the different parts of your oven are hotter than others.
Yep.
And so turning it around helps it to cook evenly.
All right, here we go. They're nice and they're getting roasty.
They smell so good. Oh, my timer actually hasn't gone off yet, but that's okay. I can still toss them. Looked at the timer, I was like, why am I doing this? Because Linda's doing hers. So
10 more minutes, Julie?
Yeah, 10 more minutes. And we can get the greens ready. Whatever greens you want to use. You were going to use some of the greens from your Romanesco. Is that right?
Well, are we going to cook them?
They're going to be tossed with
okay. I don't want to
for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I want to do it differently then.
Okay. Are there any greens that you want to toss with this?
Yeah, I've got a bag of some greens I have to sort through here, but it's spinach, and some of them are getting a little yellow, so I have to go through it. So okay. I got a little work to do, but that's a good use for them probably.
Yeah, spinach is actually really good. With this dish. And one thing that I like to make with this method is it's called Greek lemon, or lemon Greek, or I don't remember, but it's a Greek kind of thing. So I put black olives in it, and sliced lemon, and spinach, and let that cook for, at the very end, I let that cook for about 5 minutes, and then it's done.
Sounds quite wonderful.
I haven't made that in a while, but and I would always put potatoes. My family we're big potato eaters.
Okay, so
I don't want
let's see here.
I'm gonna use kale in mine.
I have kale. Should I be using some of that too, or how much do we want?
You don't want a whole lot. I'd say, I mean, if I'm gonna give you an amount, I could say maybe about a cup and a half. Let's
Is that
see.
pack?
I mean, maybe 2 cups would be good too. Although I just looked at the recipe and I have 3 cups, but you know, I don't measure. I put those amounts on a recipe because I know other people want measurements. But this is usually what I do. I get a handful and I say, is that about what I want? And I'll chop that up. And if that doesn't look like what I want, then I'll put more.
Well, there we go. That sounds perfect, Julie. Thank you for setting the record straight here.
So the recipes that I write typically, especially like these basic recipes like this, the sheet pan meal, those are all just suggestions. It's not, this is how you have to do it.
Yeah.
This is just a suggestion on a way to do it. And if you choose to do it that way, that's great.
Yeah.
If you choose not to, that's okay too.
Well, and here's the deal. I've got these spinach leaves that need to be used. So I'm going to use as many of these leaves as I need to in order to use it up.
Yeah, that sounds
Because
great.
it's got to be used up. And I'm not going to create something else from it.
Yeah.
I'm suspecting this is just kind of the base of it anyway, you know, so.
Yeah, it's just.
That's quite a bit, you know.
It's just a way to add greens to the meal, and you don't have to cook something separate.
Love it.
So
I'm totally
I mean,
on board with your plan and thinking here.
I mean, you're welcome to saute greens or have a salad or whatever. But if you don't have to do that, if you can just throw it in on the sheet pan and have it be incorporated in the meal that way,
Yeah,
that's all you need.
yeah, because it's going to kind of reduce down anyway, just like it would if it were in a pan, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're just going to wilt a little bit.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice. So that, you know, they're not going to be all, it's not like boiling spinach. I remember growing up, I don't know if in your family you cooked it this way, my mom would put spinach in a pot with water and boil it.
And then they wondered why kids
cook it for like 20 minutes.
And then they wondered why kids didn't like spinach.
Yeah, so all you had was this green slimy mess.
Yeah.
And it was just, I thought it was kind of gross. So I didn't like it.
I never had spinach growing up.
We didn't have it often. It was more likely.
I think it's weird that I didn't, but they weren't into it. It was like iceberg lettuce and canned green beans and, you know, like a lot of things that I eat today, I never had.
Oh yeah, same here. We didn't have cauliflower. We didn't have broccoli, asparagus, none of that. We had lima beans, green beans, English peas, which are like the little green peas in a can.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm.
We had, my mom would make cabbage the same way that I just described with the spinach.
Yeah.
You know, put it in and there was probably like some bacon, like a chunk of bacon or ham hock in there.
Yeah.
And so I'd walk in the house and smell that cooking, and I just want to turn around and leave.
I understand.
So
every kid had their thing, right?
Yeah.
Talk about privilege, right?
Yeah. Well, I would choose not to eat as opposed to have to eat that. So.
But seriously, we were lucky to eat, you know?
Yeah.
For me,
yeah,
the thing
I know.
was, you know, for me, the thing was like canned peas. My mom would open that up, put it in a pot, and she cooked the bejeebers out of it. It was like slimy and disgusting, and it was like, you know, I just remember like yuck.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
well, you know, now looking back on it, for me, I think, well, maybe if she hadn't cooked it for so long, I would have eaten it.
Right. Right. They didn't know. I don't know what.
Yeah, no, they didn't, because that's how they did it. That's how their parents did it. That's how, for some reason, it was done.
All right. My alarm went off again.
Really? Already?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That was
10 minutes.
fast.
Yep.
So you're going to take your sheet pans out and remove the garlic. Should be soft.
And I'm going to open the door so I don't get a face full of it again.
Yes, stand back, open the door, and then remove them.
Yes. All right.
So I was gonna say I lost your video, but you're back. So the garlic should be soft.
You want to see it?
Yeah. And if the garlic is soft, then remove the garlic. And we're gonna cool it a little bit and squeeze that yumminess out. That is so pretty. Ooh, mixed together, that's gonna be beautiful.
You got to see my mess.
Oh well, it was just quick and I didn't even know what I was looking at.
I don't even know where my garlic is in here. Can I just leave it in?
You can remove it and you're gonna squeeze it in at the end.
But I want to eat it.
Oh, you want to eat it now? Well, you're gonna.
No, I'll do it your way. I'll do it your way.
Because it might, if you take it out, it might burn.
Okay. If I don't take it out, it might burn.
No, it won't burn if you leave it in there, but you want to take it out off of your pan and squeeze it and make like a paste.
Oh.
And then you're going to toss it in with everything that you've got.
Okay. Got it.
This is part of the flavor.
Okay. Thanks for explaining it to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't explain sometimes because I think everyone can read my mind.
Yeah, I'm working on it, but I'm not there yet. There's not that much garlic on here. I should have put a lot more garlic on the sheet pan.
It's still gonna, once you squeeze it out, it should be a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you can always just chop some up and mix it
All
in.
right. So there's that. And now what I'm going to do is put my greens on the sheet too.
Yes. You can put it, if you want to just put it on one of the pans, or you can put it on both. It doesn't matter. And just kind of toss it in with what you've got on your pan.
Okay.
It's going to look like kind of a lot of stuff, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here it comes. There it is. See it all? Oh, can you see it?
I can see. I can't really see that. I think that looks good. Do you want more?
Oh, no, that's all I got.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good.
But that's like 4 cups of spinach, darling.
Yeah.
A lot. So now I'm just tossing everything together so some of that oil gets incorporated too.
Yeah, yeah. And then you're gonna put it back in the oven for probably just 5 minutes.
Okay. Spread it all out like we did before.
Yeah.
Do I put the beans and the beets back in? Probably if they're not done, right?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, they'll be okay.
The beans are getting shrivelly.
That's okay.
All right. Yum.
You know, now I'm wondering. I haven't done this in a long time. Maybe the beans were supposed to just be tossed at the end. Hang on.
Well, they're getting kind of crusty and small, but oh well.
Yeah.
Texture. Oh, 5 minutes.
Nope. I saved the beans for the whole time.
All right.
So
here's the thing. Using a can of beans, it's sort of like a little bit more susceptible probably to getting tough than your cooked.
Yeah, you're probably right. So
that's what I did. I meant to make those beans and then I got distracted and forgot.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna take mine out and toss my kale in.
I'm excited.
I've actually never made this with black beans before.
Oh.
I typically use either like navy beans or or chickpeas. I've got to remove my garlic. Where did I had a spoon. Here it is. I'll get that garlic out. Huh, my garlic doesn't really seem that soft. My garlic's not that soft. Let me see. Was your garlic soft?
I'm gonna see here.
Mine's not soft. Why?
Mine's soft. Mine's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm squishing it now, like you suggested.
Yeah.
But here's what I did differently. When I was cutting up my garlic, I smashed it with the back of the knife.
Yeah. Maybe I should have done that. And the garlic that I'm using are huge.
Ah.
So, oh well. What I'm probably gonna do is, if they don't mash, I'm just gonna chop them.
Nice.
It's still gonna be good. All right, put the rest of this kale on, toss it, and get it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. Yeah, these black beans are gonna be crispy, but that's okay. Have you ever had roasted chickpeas?
I have.
Really crispy. So this will be sort of like that.
Fun.
Here we go.
That's exciting.
And put them both back in. There. And I'm going to put some cilantro also in mine. So I'm going to chop up a little bit of cilantro. And you're mashing your garlic.
Yep.
And let's see, there's a little bit of cilantro here. Yeah, I think I'm going to make some green salsa. I've got a lot of cilantro.
You know what I want to make is more chermoula.
Oh, yeah. I keep saying I'm going to make that. Maybe I'll make that too.
Well, we should do that. Now I can't get to my food processor behind my dishes. But to be fair, I had those dishes before we started.
Yeah. My cilantro. You know, I put cilantro, I make a green smoothie every morning. And I put cilantro in it, as well as parsley. And arugula and spinach and just bunches of stuff. Sometimes kale. There. All right. I don't think I'm going to put much.
How many meals am I going to get out of this? This seems like a huge amount of some veggies here.
You could get 4 to 6 meals out of that.
Wow.
So you may be sharing that with somebody.
Yeah, it might
So
be.
that you cook and you share with your friend that you share the CSA with.
Yeah.
So, and actually I think we're going to have ours with rice. I cooked some basmati rice yesterday, and I think that I'm going to have it with the basmati rice.
Yeah.
Let's see about my garlic. If it's soft enough to mush, or if I need to chop it. Still a little bit warm. Getting this peels off. There we go. So you were able to mash yours. That's good.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to set my timer. That's another thing that's, you know, if you're timing things, it's good to set a timer. You wonder, why didn't the timer go off? Oh, because I never turned it on. I'm very good at, I'll set the timer, you know, to be prepared, and then I'll forget to press start.
Oh, funny. Well, this looks wonderful. Now, do we toss it all together, Julie?
You're gonna toss it all together. You're just gonna put it all on one pan and toss everything together.
Oh, I'm excited.
It smells so wonderful. I mean, I'm probably gonna eat this for lunch because I haven't had lunch yet.
I loved when you told me we're gonna have a baking sheet meal, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. And you know, if you, you're not completely vegetarian, are you, Linda?
I'm not, but I really do prefer to eat vegetarian.
Yeah.
But I do eat some animal protein.
Because I was gonna say that you could even put like a chicken breast or something
Yeah.
on one of the sheets and cook it alongside it.
Yep.
So
I'd want to keep the flavors separate. You want to see it?
yeah, you could put it on like a aluminum foil to keep it and fold the sides up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. Here it comes. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, that looks so good. That is so pretty. So can you take a picture of that and
You bet.
send it to me? I would love that. So I just chopped up my garlic. It wasn't soft enough to mash. Almost, not quite. So I'm gonna just toss it in with my vegetables when they're just about done. So get this out of the way.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Did you take a bite of it?
Not yet. Get out a bowl.
So you managed to use the Romanesco,
Yep.
the big one. You still have a small one, right? You're frozen again. So I think Linda still has a small Romanesco, but now she's used the big one, so she's not intimidated by it anymore, I hope.
I have to use the garlic. I didn't toss that through.
Oh yeah, do that. Don't forget.
I need to do more, I think. There's like not a lot of this, but oh well.
It'll be enough that it's going to have the flavor on everything, I think.
I put it back in and do it. Really work it through here. Yummy.
Yeah, once the garlic's on there, you don't need to put it back in the oven.
No.
Unless you want to.
No, I don't know. I think it's done.
And mine is about, I think I'm going to take mine out. Here. Turn that off.
Wow, yum.
And I'm going to keep losing my spoon. Here it is.
Wow.
Mix mine together.
That's nice. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, this is a meal in itself. Or, as I said, you can mix it with something else or put it on top of something.
Yum.
I think it would even be good as like tacos. I don't know, the black beans make me think of tacos. That's. All right, let me get mine done mixed together. Although this is so beautiful.
I'm not afraid of Romanesco anymore.
So, and you're not afraid. You can use the other one. Look at this, how pretty this color is. But I'm about to mix the black beans with it. So it's still going to be pretty. And the kale is wilted just enough. It's not crispy, but it's wilted, and it's going to be really nice.
Nice.
Actually, some of it looks like it might be a little crispy. And by doing this, I used up almost all of the vegetables that I had left from the week, from the farmer's market. Still have some carrots, and I have some tomatillos, which I had been thinking to make a black bean soup with it, or maybe not black bean, just a bean soup with tomatillos. But with this heat, I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to make green salsa instead with the tomatillos and cilantro. Oh, let me show you now that it's all mixed together. It's still beautiful, even mixed together. I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. You know, I never tilted my screen to be able to see chop anything. Oh, well. You see?
Oh, wow.
This is, I'm definitely having this for lunch. It's going to be so good.
It's beautiful.
All right. I'm going to get a little bit of fork and try. And I made mine curry flavor, so everything's kind of Indian flavored. Really good. Yeah. The onions are soft, but still a little crunchy. Really nice. All right, Linda, you froze again. So, really good. It's been fun.
So much fun, Julie. Thank you. Thank you so much. I learn so much every time. And now I have more creative, and liberation in the kitchen again.
Yeah. So like I said, just use whatever vegetables you have. You know, if next time you've got something that we didn't use in this, or mine has nothing that what you have, so except onion and garlic. Those are and black beans. Those are the only things that we use the same.
It's gorgeous. I mean, it's really gorgeous. Let me show you again.
Yeah, and don't forget to take a picture of it and send it to me.
I did. It's on its way momentarily, but check this out.
That looks so good.
Isn't it wonderful?
That is so good, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Well, Linda, as always, it's been so much fun. I always enjoy cooking with you. You're just so receptive to new things and not knowing where I'm going with the recipe. You're just like, okay, where we're going with this, but let's go.
It's awesome. It's been so much fun. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, enjoy.
My happy food dance. My happy food dance. Thank you. All right. All right. Enjoy your lunch.
Yeah. So until next time. Bye. Let's get out there and start that cooking revolution. Continue it. We've already started it. Let's continue a cooking revolution.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye,
everyone.